Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wednesday. Good morning. We are from the Consciousness Creators Summit page. And let's see, I'm going to go here. Actually, I'm doing this today from my phone because I'm going to be taking you on a little walk. I'm going to show you a couple things that I do. So let's go. Hey, Colette. So let's start sharing this. Share it to your friends. There's Deb. Yay. Going to bring me up on the consciousness page. Like I said, I'm doing this from my phone this morning, and I'm doing that because we're going to be taking a little walk about. Hey, Lisa, there's my buddy Lisa. Lisa does my show with me on the second Thursday of every month. It's Tapngrl tapping into you. We do it from Hamilton County Television. Go like that page. And here I go into groups. I'm going to go, this is just so crazy of a time to be alive, isn't it? That I can actually, do this from my phone, see it on the computer, all kinds of stuff. So what I want you to know is go start sharing, share it to groups, share this to, friends, share this to timelines. Okay. Let's do this. I am going to, okay, I can invite people. I love this. See, I didn't know how to do this really from the computer. It didn't give me as many chances to invite, so I really like doing it from here. I'm going to start the timer, and you guys share, invite your friends, all kinds of things fun and cool and amazing, because we got, listen, I had so many fantastic, wonderful replies from you guys. Now, a lot of you know last week I got myself in trouble. What happened was I shared it so much that Facebook thought I was spam. Listen, I am prime rib, baby. I ain't no spam. So anyway, I was actually blocked for a few days from Facebook for sharing posts, all kinds of stuff. It was crazy. Liose, fabulous Liose, and her husband Paul actually kind of got me through my meltdown. I'm tapping, crying, and all kinds of things. Listen, I'm as human as everybody else, and I'd never had Facebook shut me down like that. That freaked me out. I had to unload and reload Messenger. It was quite the thing. But what we're going to do today is we're going to be answering some of the questions that you guys asked last week. We're going to be talking more about tapping and how to navigate it. I've gotten so many wonderful questions and so many wonderful messages and posts and all kinds of stuff from you guys. It was absolutely an amazing week. Anybody in the Consciousness Creators group, because we have our own place where we go and we actually have a conversation after these lives. I'm telling you, I've been in tears for a week. This has just been so expansive, so amazing. Yeah, that's right. We're going to be talking tiaras today, okay? Let me tell you a funny story about this tiara thing. I bought a tiara this was the first one I bought, okay, that I absolutely love. So what I did was I hung it on the vacuum cleaner, and whenever I would vacuum and clean the house, I would wear the tiara. Like, I'm the help working for the queen, okay, right? So I just loved the whole idea of a tiara because, first of all, it's never too late to have a happy childhood, okay? And I'm still practicing. And so one day I was up here and I was cleaning and all that, and because I'm on an end unit and we're kind of like a story and a half up, I get to see the puppies and the babies and all those programs that I opted out of, but I get to go see them in the street. So I'm up here and I'm cleaning, and I see this woman downstairs with a awesome puppy golden retriever. I stop the vacuum, go running down the stairs, go run outside. I'm seeing the puppy. I'm like so happy. And I go, you guys know I run my hands through my hair all the time. So here I run my hands through my hair and I feel my tiara, and I looked at her and I said, oh, whoops. I forgot I had this on. And she says, well, I was going to ask. And I said, well, when I vacuum, I wear my tiara. So I actually have like 6 of them. I have multiple magic wands that I wave at people all the time. Why? Because when you're being silly, I want you to magically pull your head out of your bootrix, okay? So, there, how's that? Good morning, Lori. You guys keep sharing for a couple more minutes. Let's get some more people on here live. Let's see if I can't invite some more. Because we're going to get started here in just another minute or two. I'll just keep telling you stories till I get to my own stuff. Oh, I hope Sandy finds me. Tracy. All right, so I'm just going through here and I'm hitting invite. We want to get a bunch of people on here so that y'all can share it, so that we can, first of all, I love doing happy, okay? So my whole thing is I love getting people to feel better. I love doing it with the tapping and the mindfulness and the awareness. There's just so many things I heard this week on everybody's lives that I just want to comment on and talk about, and all kinds of really cool stuff. So I'm going to get her on there here. All right, so I'm trying to click you guys and add you as fast as I can. All right, so first of all, I am your Tapngrl, okay? And, yeah, find your tiara from your wedding. Why am I wearing the tiara today? First of all, you know I'm about all things fun, okay? Listen, you gotta play it fun, you gotta practice fun. You know, when Abraham says all the time, feeling good is the work, in my head, and I've said this for years, I say play at it, because we got such crappy concepts about work, okay? So I say all the time, feeling good is the work, play at it, okay? That's what I'm doing right here, okay? So, first thing is I'm going to try and answer some questions for last week. Hi, Tracy. Okay, and what I want you to know is, you know, even though I have pages of notes of things that I saw and heard and all of those things, we'll just see what comes out of my mouth today, because I really kind of go wherever it is that inner being source leads me. A lot of times I end up talking about something that exactly someone needed. Some of you know, because you know me from my Tuesday lives, that I go live Tuesday morning about 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, with the Consciousness Creators Group, Tony, who was on last night, normally comes on right after me at 9 a.m. And so I do a little tapping to lube you up, okay? Get y'all feeling good and happy and all of those things so you can hear his message, okay? And the reason that I got to stay on longer was Tony changed up his time yesterday. Go watch that live from yesterday if you get a chance. It was amazing. I had a lady, Tracy, who's a new friend of mine, come on. Her 13-year-old was having tooth pain. We used him as our target. We ended up clearing his tooth pain. It was absolutely phenomenal and amazing. And I just got to tell you, look, if I end up crying on this today, it's all good, okay? It's all happy cry. Yeah, I get you all lubed up and ready for Tony. Now, I also want to announce, because tomorrow, Lute Brian Smith, who comes on after me, is actually changing his time this week. No, don't only wear it on your birthday, wear it all the time. Yeah, wear it all the time. Wear it into work. Spread some happy. Get your tiara, wear it into work. And just so you know, Dollar Tree has guy crowns too. They have like you can get multiple jewels and stuff, because I think that men should be doing this too. All right, so heck, I don't even know where I was. I was so excited when I saw that about your tiara. Okay, so the tapping. The way I describe tapping, I'm not sure I did this last week, but let's do it now. And I describe it as modern day technology for addressing stress and anxiety in the body and mind. Okay, I say that because I heard a brilliant thing from Greg Braden. If you don't know Greg Braden, go find him on YouTube and start to follow. Okay, and what Greg Braden says is, and when I heard this, I went bing, 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 bing. Okay, he says when we don't know how something happens, it's a miracle. Okay. Oh, Lute's time tomorrow. Thank you, Deb. Lute's time tomorrow. He will be live at 9:30 Pacific. That is 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Go put it in your world clock. Allie's probably going to post all of those times because, Lordy, she's got all that stuff going on. All right, so Greg Braden said, when we don't know how something happens, it's a miracle. When we know how something happens, it's technology. Carmen! And the reason I say tapping is modern day technology is because when we started tapping, when tapping came out in the mid 90s, okay, people knew it worked, but we didn't necessarily have the science to prove why it works, okay? Now we know, we understand the chemicals in the brain. I teach you guys all the time, when we have a thought, chemicals cascade into the body. When it's a negative thought, it's adrenaline, insulin, cortisol, okay? When we tap while we're having that negative thought, that negative emotion, okay? It's as simple as, you don't even have to know what emotion is. You just start tapping when you're feeling it, all right? That what you're doing is you're actually stopping that chemical dump. Because when that chemical dump goes on, it goes into the body, okay, attaches to the organs. That's why emotion feels so real. Now, just so you know, I'm not only a coach, I'm not only an LOA practitioner and a tapping practitioner, I am your brainiologist, okay? I help you in regular everyday terms understand why you're getting what you're getting, okay? Think of this brain as a computer, okay? We all know the thing about garbage in, garbage out, right? Okay, most of us were trained to put garbage in here, okay? And that's why what we get reflected in our outside experience is the garbage, okay? So when we're tapping, we're actually interrupting that, okay? I think one of the reasons that we're also here sharing our consciousness, awareness, and what we do as teachers, facilitators, coaches, okay, is some of our look, I tell everybody my whole life anymore is like a brain hack. So to share with you all about some of the things that we do, okay, to shift our thinking and our life experience. So the reason I'm on my phone today and is because I'm going to show you some things around my home. Not my husband. He just walked in front of the don't worry, you weren't on there. I would warn you. Okay, let me find here where I can flip my camera because I know it's on here somewhere. Oh, great. Facebook changed things. Because I want to show, oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm walking you through the place. Besides, I have an absolutely, totally fantastic place. Now, why am I doing this? Because I want to show you this. If you're not using your bathroom mirror to remind you of all things cool, okay, then you're just missing a really amazing thing. See, like right here. Not connected to inner being, it provokes clarity, okay? I even have a board over here, okay? Went to the Dollar Tree, found a board. I put all things amazing and awesome on it to remind me. Look at this. This is easy. Do I prefer fear or happy? Pain or awesomeness? Okay, you see what I do? All right? I love this one. You're probably not going to be able to, can you read that up there? See that? Things are always working out for me, okay? All right, so let me flip this around. I'm back. Okay, and what I want to show you, I know Paul O'Shea's probably going crazy because I got the camera shaking, but it's okay, Paul. It's all good. I got this. All right, another thing that I do. Hello. Ha. All right, I'm a glow. Another thing that I do, see? I put notes on the cabinets. Look, that came in the mail, okay? You got all kinds of stuff coming in the mail that you guys could be using, okay? This was me at one birthday when it was Easter. I was liquored up many, many years ago, okay? But you see, I put affirmations on there, all right? I write myself checks, all right? Here. This was so cool because that came in the mail and I had to cut it all apart and put it all on there. You see, what I'm trying to help you understand is, all right, I heard Tony talking about this, and pretty much most of us in this kind of work know it. You are who you are by about age 7, okay? What does that mean? It means that your brain was in a theta brain state. In theta brain state, okay, that means you're like a sponge, okay? And in that spongeness that you are, you're absorbing everything, okay? You are learning about life and just absorbing it. It's all a download, okay? So what we're all trying to do, okay, is actually change our brain, bring in tapping, meditation, all kinds of things, okay, that help us think better, okay? So one of the things I also have to tell people is when you're listening to recordings, like when you're listening to Allie, when you're listening to Jason, when you're listening to positive affirmations, do it as you're going to sleep. Do it as you wake up in the morning, a few minutes before you actually get out of bed, because you are in that theta state again, okay? And that is the best time to change your brain. All right, so I had some questions, which tells me that you guys actually were using the tapping, which is really, really amazing. I love it. Oh, here's Melinda. And that means excellent, that good on you that you're using it. Now, I got to tell you something that's very near and dear to my heart, okay? First of all, some of you know this. I never had biological children, and it's okay. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I really opted out of the whole program, and I'm fine, okay? There were 9 of us growing up. I had 3 stepchildren, and that was enough. I do say that everyone I work with now, including all of you, see, I'm going to get choked up. You are all my children, okay? And I just love being here for you, supporting you, and all the things that I do. So understanding that you are who you are by age 7, and now we're trying to change that brain state means, okay, let's do it this way. Everything you got going on in your life, you practiced your way to. Everything that you want to start feeling and thinking, you're going to have to do the same thing. Practice your way to. And one of the examples, because I do love the way this comes through me and the examples that I've been sent and shown and given by the universe, when you were little and you wanted to learn how to ride a bike. See, when you were 7, you were mother to your sisters. Okay, so what I'm saying is right there, okay, you learned so many things about mothering and so many things that you're probably still carrying with you that I bet, Pamela, make you feel responsible for the whole freaking deacon world, okay? So, when you wanted to ride a bike, we'll just use that example, okay? When you wanted to ride a bike and the first time you fell, because we all did, okay? If you didn't, you probably had a helicopter mother who didn't let you experience contrast. When you fell, you actually were more excited. Oh my gosh, I did it this much and now I know how to do it better and da-da-da. If we could develop that mindset, okay, start practicing it, okay, you will start helping yourself absorb all this. Oh, by the way, just remember, when you start seeing me or Tony or Sheb or Allie or anybody, if you've got a free hand, start tapping. You can tap just the collarbone. You can tap just the side of the hand. It will help you absorb all of this better, okay? It'll get your brain out of, oh no, how am I going to know everything she's saying? You don't need to worry about that. Y'all get them hearts floating. I love that. All right, so what we're doing with the tapping, okay, we're actually addressing negative emotion. So let's talk about 2 things right there. A lot of people in Law of Attraction say, oh, you know, you never talk about the crappy stuff, okay? But if you're getting the crappy stuff, not enough money, not a nice relationship, people at work are nasty, why'd that guy show up angry, whatever it is, okay? That means you've got that vibration going on in you, okay? It's kind of like Abraham says. You know how you're doing by who shows up. So if ornery shows up, that means I've got ornery going on in here, okay? Now, I can either get frustrated that I got ornery, or I can go, oh, there must be something in here, okay, on a feeling state that's bringing me that, okay? And you can even though I'm feeling, I must have ornery going on in here. I love and accept myself. Now, some of you that have been using the tapping this week are understanding that the point of it, because you're going, geez, I'm flooded with all of these stories, okay? Your subconscious holds every single second of this lifetime and any other, okay? That's what I believe, okay? I could be wrong, but it serves me. So there is no wrong in my world. And even though, and anyway, Abraham says there's no wrong either. I'm never done. I'm never wrong. Okay. So when, oh geez, my brain just fried. Where was I, Scott? Do you know? So the tapping. Okay, so we're addressing the negative so we can get it out of our body and mind, okay? And you want to follow it up with some positive or happy tapping. I actually trademarked posi tapping, the word posi tapping. And that's because, all right, tapping can be used for the positive absolutely every bit as much as the negative, okay? So even Jason Stevenson made me laugh last week. Listen, there were so many times I wasn't taking a drink when I read comments, because he was like, I posted his video and said, listen to this, say the affirmations and tap, and he was like, that's brilliant. And I'm like, yeah, go listen to all your videos and tap, because that's what I'm getting everybody doing, all right? So I even got onto one this morning that was just so good. When I was watching Tony, I was tapping, because I want this information to bypass that wacky brain, okay? Now, I must say this for Tony, you, anybody out there that has kids. Oh, that's what I started saying. You guys that are sharing this with your kids, I'm telling you what, this just makes my heart like explode, okay? Good, explode. Because think about it. Okay, if you had tapping as a little kid, every time somebody hurt your feelings, you felt rejected or excluded, you were scared, maybe you saw your mom crying and you thought, oh no, what's wrong? You know, went into freak out, that you could self-soothe and not have that negativity stuck in your body, how different we would be today. I had a lady, actually a lot of you guys talk about how joyful and happy I am, and that's just so rewarding and gratifying to me, because I wasn't always this happy. I wasn't always this fun. I was covered up in fear and anxiety, which anybody knows that will tell you you're either in the past or the future, okay? Because when I'm in my now, okay, really, the phone's working, the computer's working, see all those things, okay? So we're addressing negative emotion. You tell the story, okay? It's really as simple as you're doing tapping about fear. Up comes this story from 3rd grade. You know, you stood up and gave the answer. It was the wrong answer. Everybody laughed, whatever it is, okay? You just tell that story while you're tapping, and you actually get it out of your body and mind. You stop your brain from the chemical dump, okay? And you are able to release that, okay? Everybody knows I'm a tapping snob, okay? I'm a tapping snob because it works. I'm a tapping snob because it's an awesome, amazing tool. The other thing I want to remind you about tapping, sometimes we do tapping and my husband and I always said we're delay people. It would be a little while later or the next morning and we'd feel all the relief, okay? So don't be all freaking out, okay, if immediately you don't feel better, okay? Because you will. And just assume it's working, okay? That's a brain hack, okay? Oh, how do I know it's working? Oh, just assume it is, all right? You may not know till later, okay? Another thing I teach about this is, it's not always I tap and all of a sudden my knee pain's gone. It might be I tap, now I'm in line at the grocery store, I'm behind somebody who had a physical therapist that they said was the best ever, okay? And I'm led and guided in that direction. Now, do I believe that you can release all kinds of physical pain, ailments, diagnoses, with the tapping? Yes, because I've seen it, I've read about it, I've done it. I'm going to tell you a couple that are really amazing. First of all, I can't remember if I said this last week, I stopped smoking several years ago with tapping. For 2 months, I did the tapping, and I addressed all the psychological aspects, and one day I just stopped. Now, that defies our linear logic brain. My left brain went, what happened? Okay, so when I did enough tapping on all the psychological aspects, okay? So let's say there's an addiction that you want to release. And by the way, addiction does not just mean smoking, shopping, drinking, okay? You can be addicted to anger. Your brain, okay, when you do that enough, now your brain has this pathway, all these connections, okay? And if you go so long, and I have to do this all the time with people, if you would clear anger, and because you're used to kind of being in an angry state, now usually anger means behind it there's unfairness, behind that there's sadness, okay? That right there just gave a bunch of you some stuff to tap on, okay? Because when people hear that behind anger is always unfairness and then sadness, they, oh, okay? But you see, isn't it safer to show up as a badass angry? You see what I'm saying? Okay, that's why we do this. So you can even be addicted to an emotional state. You can be addicted to sadness, okay? Depression is only anger turned inward. It's kind of, because believe me, I used to do this. Oh my gosh, yeah, I was on an antidepressant. I was it was very difficult for me, like it is for a lot of us. Listen, we're all here in the physical, okay? So, doing the very best we can to do this physical thing. All right, so the other thing I want to tell you about is no words. Somebody asked the other day and said, you know, something about, I think it was a lady named Diane, about pointing it at a specific thing or not specific. Listen, if you're just feeling off, okay, you can just start tapping. Okay, and your subconscious will bring up something that's a match to what's going on with you, and you go, gee, why am I thinking about the time I had the flat tire on the freeway? Hey, Loot, and you're thinking about that because your subconscious, okay, is going to bring you the stuff that's a match, that then you tap out that story, and then you get to have some relief. Do you understand what I just said? Okay. So I've just had so many amazing stories about you guys moving, all kinds of things that it's just been so awesome. Okay. And as I told you last week, the only way you can do tapping wrong is to not do it. All right. So if you say, I don't even know what emotion this is, I don't even know what's bugging me, I just feel off, you can just start, I feel off. I'm feeling 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 off. All this offness. I'm just feeling off. Okay? Listen, the beautiful thing about a tiara is you can still hit the crown tapping spot. There you go. All right. So, I had somebody else ask about surrogate tapping. Okay. Or ask if you could tap for someone else. Yes, you can. All right. When you are have somebody that you're worried or concerned about. In fact, I had a couple of you ask me about this last week. Let's say that you've got somebody in your family that's ill. Okay. All you're gonna do, yeah, in the house. All you're gonna do is you kind of step into it like you're them. Okay, I had a client one day who contacted me and was telling me about this really, really negative person at work. And I said, well, start tapping for them, as them, okay? And I explained to him it's really, really easy. Like you would go, you'd start out saying, I'm tapping as... let's see, I'll just use Allie's name. She just popped up. I'm tapping as Allie. And even though I'm so negative today, I love and accept myself. Hi, John. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Okay, so really sometimes I say it's like prayer. If prayer's not your thing, don't worry about it. Okay, it's the same thing. It's all the same thing. When we think about someone and however we are thinking about them is like wishing that for them. So if you've got someone ill, okay, what you're going to do is you're just going to tap about it like you think they're feeling about it. Okay, so I would say, okay, this is Colette, tapping is Allie, and even though I have this cold, I love and accept myself. And even though this cold is freaking me out, I don't have time to get sick, I love and accept myself. And even though, okay, you see what I'm doing? And then you just talk about it. Oh no, I'm getting sick. Oh no. Okay, the last 4 times I started to get something, I tapped that night. The next morning, I woke up and felt great. Absolutely, because intention is everything. There, Allie's putting up all kinds of cool stuff for me to remember. All right, so I'm telling you, I've got like 5 pages of note here, and I know we're not going to get to it, and it's okay. I'm not worried about it. Okay, some of you understand. You hear things, okay, from Abraham and these other things, and I'm just going to tell you, I've said for years, it's like putting on a patch, okay? All we're doing is being remembered to what we know, okay? So as you have these realizations and these waking uppings and all of that stuff, okay, you really are remembering what you knew before you ever got here, okay? You are an amazing, awesome being of light, okay? You are every good thing that there is, okay? There's a thing I remember years ago standing in my kitchen when I was really getting all this stuff. I was actually in my other home, and it was one of those wake-up moments. I was making cookies for Christmas time for my husband's work and stuff, and I remember all of a sudden I had this huge awareness. Now, you're going to love this, okay? Ready? Where do we go for praise and validation? Most of us, okay, are trained in our life experience to look out there, okay? Now here we go, ready? Where'd you get all the same garbage you think about yourself? I'm not enough, I'm too heavy, my hair looks bad, I'm not smart enough, all that. The same freaking deacon place, okay? So you're going to the poison well, where you got the poison. I never said it that way before, but that's really good, okay? So what that means is, okay, because I can remember years ago when I started teaching about love of self, I had some people that were not very happy with me. They thought that was all ego. And I said, well, wait a minute. If the whole thing is I get what I give, okay? If I'm not giving me love, okay, how am I going to get it, okay? So, so this is why I'm telling you, love of self. And when I'm talking about love of self, I'm not talking about ego love. None of us are. Sheb isn't, Viv isn't, Allie isn't. We're all talking about loving this isness that is me, this source self that I am here in the physical. I say all the time, we came here as source to experience life in physical. Okay? Source does not have a mouth, can't taste a strawberry. Okay? Source is actually appreciating the awesomeness of a strawberry from my mouth. Wow, isn't that awesome? Don't you love knowing that? Another thing I love knowing, and a lot of you are going to know this, I love knowing that we are leading edge consciousness for Wayne Dyer and Louise Hay. Okay? I just do, all right? Self-love is so important, and Allie's got a workshop. Yeah, go do that. All right. Now, what the tapping says, how we use the tapping there is, okay, this thing called me, okay, that I want to love, okay, unconditionally, okay, and this is how you can plug in the tapping. Ready? What is the condition that doesn't allow you to love you? Maybe you think you get angry too fast. Maybe you don't think you're the right weight. Maybe you don't think you have enough money. Maybe you don't think, okay, yeah, that's right. We're leading edge creators. We are the leading edge. Okay, I just heard in my head another jingle from TV. All right, so what I'm telling you is when you take unconditional, okay, and conditional, okay, because Abraham teaches, okay, that unconditional love, first of all, that's who you be, all right? You are love, okay? And that all we're doing when we say unconditional is we are removing the condition or acknowledging the condition that doesn't allow me to love that. So let's say that I'm having trouble loving me. Listen, a lot of people I work with, because I do this, I would think I do this one-on-one and I do it in group, okay? So a lot of people that I work with, when we get to the I love it, accept myself, oh, the tears start to flow, okay? This is where the tapping comes in. Okay, I would say to you, okay, what thought did you just have when that happened? Oh, my mom yelled at me all the time, okay? Even though it's hard for me to love me because my mom yelled at me all the time. I love and accept myself anyway, okay? Because through the tapping, you'll actually get full round to the compassion and the self-love of knowing your mom did the best she could do, okay? Nobody, all right? Nobody, I just lost my train of thought because I know my husband wants to tell me something because he always helps me remember things. Okay. Oh, he said I keep saying okay. I say and okay a lot, okay? I do that so your brain has time to process. How's that? Another brain hack. Don't be put up on my okays. I was almost said the B-I-T word. And I don't think this is really the forum because we've got a lot of people on here. All right, so answer that question in anything, relationship, okay? Why can't I unconditionally love this relationship? Oh, because he's an idiot or she's nasty or whatever it is, okay? Even though they're so nasty to me, it's hard for me to unconditionally love this relationship. You see what I'm saying? I'm cutting in and out. Am I cutting in and out for you, Scott?
A little bit.
A little bit. Uh-oh. Okay. So, I want to tell you some ways that I do this. If you're working with kids, okay, and I talked about this yesterday, maybe your kids, okay? When you do 10, 15 minutes of tapping, get up and dance, okay? Get up and move, because kids love movement, and it kind of helps move that stuff out. I even have one client who's always flicking stuff out of the end of her fingers. After she taps, she flicks it out there, okay? All right? I tell this whole story, and this is going to help you understand how I think we got some of the garbage we got, okay? So you come into this world, you're awesome, you're amazing, everybody loves everything about you. They even love your barf, they love your poop, everything that you do is magical. Your mother loves your snotty nose, okay? Now y'all moms, you know that's true, right? When your baby first doing all these things, it's so exciting to think you made this person, and this person does all these body functions, and come on, you know y'all have laughed at babies farting. Okay, come on, I'm not making this up. It happens. All right. Then what happens is about the age where you start walking. You grab a hold of the coffee table, okay? And the next thing you know, you're hearing no, bad, wrong, stop it, did, you know, all that stuff. And you got confused and thought that that thing you were told bad about meant you were bad. That's how simply we get this garbage in our head. Seriously, okay? So I tell you guys all the time, and you know, hopefully you've heard it before, that tapping to me is like using the right owner's manual, okay? Like you were given the manual for the toaster, you're the microwave, okay? You're a little more complicated than the toaster, but here's the magic of the microwave. Once I learn those button sequences, bam, I am changing and cooking and going crazy, right? Okay, so what I say is tapping is like giving me the right owner's manual because I'm working with my mind and my body. There was a study done.
When you go to the computer, get off your phone.
Can I go to the computer and get off my phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know.
Because you're cutting in and out.
Oh, it says I'm cutting in and out.
Yeah, other people are telling you that too.
Okay, let me see if I can do this. How would I do this?
I don't know, but you don't need to mess it up. I'm just
okay. Well, we're just gonna have to do the best we can. Yeah, because I can see on the computer it's even fuzzy, so I don't understand. Hey, bring me my plug. Maybe it needs a power cord or something. Anyway, when I do it with the kids, I do tap and dance. I was talking about the toaster and the microwave. Let's see, what else? The only how, I want to say this again because I say, okay, Allie says it's not doing that. Okay. I'm just going to plug it in and see if this helps. But it might be where you guys are too. Rotate your phone. No, don't rotate my phone. Okay, I'm going to put this back in here. I know that I have full juice, so, okay, Jenny says hers is fine, so there's that. Okay, sorry about all the shaking and all the, just pretend I'm dancing. Ha! All right, so when you started hearing that no bad, all that stuff as a baby, you thought you were bad. This is all part of the stuff that we tap out, okay? Somebody asked about, yes, the reason we use the tapping points we use is, let's just say it this way, you get the biggest bang for your buck, okay? Somebody posted a picture, Anne, the other day about the different organs that the tapping addresses. Okay, now I'm just going to say this, all right? I've been doing this for 11 years and I don't even know or care what organs different things go to, okay? If you want to look that up, go look it up, because here's the thing. If you're not, you want to use all the points. You don't know what organ that negative emotion attached to, okay? All right. But you want to use all the spots. Why? Okay? Because, again, you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. Saying or thinking, you cannot use the tapping, okay? Because you don't know what organs it's going to work on or how am I doing this, all right? That's like you telling me you cannot drive your car unless you know how everything under the hood works, all right? And that's just not true. Most of us just go turn the key, right? We turn the key, expect the car to start, go about our business, all right? So if you think you have to know what organs, it's out there, okay? It's easy to find, all right? Let's see, I'm just going to look through here, see. Oh, okay. I do tell people this. few minutes of tapping in the morning and a few minutes of tapping at night. I think at about 7 or 8 minutes magic happens. And when I say magic, you know what I mean. I mean the relief of the emotion and those kinds of things, okay? If you're doing that in the morning and you're doing it at night, you can set yourself up for your day, and doing it at night, you can dump the garbage that happened. Now, I tell you that, and I like this example. If you played an instrument, okay, a guitar, anybody who plays a guitar, don't you turn the strings and tune it before you start to play? Yes, you do, okay? Think of tapping as tuning this instrument called me before I head out in the world, okay? Why? There's a lot of talk about empath, okay? Now, I'm just going to tell you, some of you, I hope I don't upset anybody, but I want you to know this. We are all empaths, okay? We all are feeling sentient beings, okay? If you're feeling so much that you're feeling other people's negativity, that means you do not have control of your own vibration and how you feel, okay? So you don't want to be done in by that. Tapping before you leave the house, tapping before you deal with whatever, before you call that contractor, that company, that bill collector, before you go in and take your car. All kinds of things can change, okay? All right, I'm just telling you, they can. Some of the ways that I tap. I want to tell you this. If you're not tapping in the mirror, start doing it as soon as possible. Why? Just looking in your mirror and tapping, okay? You'll probably start letting some tears flow. That's letting go of old gunk that keeps you from really loving you. 1. 2, when you are looking in the mirror and you are tapping, you know how you look when you're tapping. Why is that important? Okay, let's say you're in bed, it's the middle of the night, you wake up worrying about something. You don't even have to physically get up and tap. You can see yourself tapping the points, okay? And you can clear that thing that's got you worrying and frustrated and all that stuff. I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you the truth. My husband used to do it all the time. He used to actually get up and physically tap in the middle of the night when he couldn't sleep. Then what he started doing was he would just tap while he was, had his eyes closed and all of that, and he'd go back to sleep. So tapping is like riding the bike. It's like anything. The more you do it, the better you get at it, okay? There's no way I'm going to teach you everything I've learned in 11 years, okay? All right? Just know that. And don't be making it wrong. You can't do it wrong, okay? Another thing is, I tell people all the time, do not tell your crappy ass stories, all right, unless you're tapping, all right? Why do I say that, okay? Because every time you tell a story about something that happened that was, not a happy experience for you, okay, all right, that someone did, okay, or you experienced, or you felt, or the pain, or the whatever, okay? I love it. Gypsy knows my whole I love it thing. I'll explain that to you in a minute. Your isness only knows now. So if you're telling that crappy ass story, okay, and you've got all that emotion in it, and you're telling about what that person said, and boy, I'm telling you what, I am so close to F-bombing and being and SH, and I'm really being good. Y'all need to be proud of me. That thing they did, that experience you had, okay, all right, your isness thinks it's happening now. So it doesn't matter if it happened, is happening, or will happen. Your isness, your you-ness, okay, thinks it's all now, okay? So that's important. Why? Because you're telling that story to your friend. Just tap on the karate chop. Just tap on the collarbone. You don't have to do this, okay? I do this because, first of all, there's a beautiful thing that comes with age, kind of like you just don't really care, okay? So if people see me walking outside and doing that, if it has one person go see what I'm doing, good. All right? All right. Yeah, Allie knows I'm being good. All right. Other thing I say is this, okay, as far as an empath, all right? So just be with me here a minute. So let's say you walk into a room. Now, just so you know, when I walk into a room, I usually find the fun people, okay? I'm all about having fun. I want to feel good. It's the most important thing to me, all that cool stuff, okay? But if I walk in a room and I am now attracted to, like the first guy that comes up to me says, this is really a lame party. Bam! Okay, that means that I got that kind of stuff going on in me, okay? So here's what I tell you. You're like this thing wrapped in barbed wire, okay? and you got the balloons coming along and popping, and you're like, what the hell is wrong with everybody? Okay, all right? When we're doing the tapping, it's like unwrapping that barbed wire so that when you walk into a room, those balloons just bounce off of you. You see? You're not a match, okay? Get it? All right? So you want to really be honest about catching yourself, and this is the whole thing. We're all talking about awareness and mindfulness. Again, I remember several years ago in my kitchen, I'm standing there and I went, oh my God, I get it. And I said, nothing happens without mindfulness and awareness. If I'm not mindful and aware, okay, that every time I turn the corner, I'm ramming my hip into the counter, okay, well, I can't change it. Okay, I can't take a bigger, wider step around it, okay? If I keep saying, oh, and we have so many of them, so many sayings. Somebody said the other day, they had bought me a lottery ticket for Christmas, and they said, when we scratched and it wasn't a big winner, and they said, oh, I was hoping it was $1 million, but you can't win them all. Duh! Okay, in my brain I went, you did not have to finish that sentence, okay? But we're so used to doing that, okay? So had she just said, oh, I was hoping it was $1 million, maybe next time, you see, that's a different vibrational stance, all right? Okay, so I also want to tell you a little bit about trauma. And why do I want to do this? Because there are people that I work with that when they come on, they start downplaying the stuff they've been through. It's like, oh, well, you know, I wasn't this and I wasn't that, you know. I'm just going to say some things. If it's offensive, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. But I might have somebody say, well, you know, I wasn't molested or I wasn't raped or I was, and I'm like, that's not the measure. Okay? All right? Stop downplaying the stuff that went on with you and let's just start acknowledging it and tapping it out of this me. Okay? All right? Because I do tell people, and this is true, that if you're a little person and your mom and dad are arguing or you think it's unpleasant and the broom drops on the floor behind you and goes bam, you just got traumatized. You just had a shock to your system. Okay? So that may even be one of the memories that comes up. A lot of times when we're doing this work, as you might imagine, I'm actually going back to that initial hit. Now, do we have to every time? No, we do not, okay? I had one lady not work with me just because she said, are you going to go back into my childhood? And I said, if I'm any good, and never heard from her again. I was like, okay, just got saved. Listen, I'm smart enough to know if something isn't going along, it's because I got saved. So remember that your brain is a recording device, okay? And your brain, there's this whole thing called the reticular activating system. Your brain's going to make you right. There's billions of bits of information at any one time. My brain's going to make me see what's right. My brain's going to say, this is pink, that's orange, this is a tiara, okay? So my brain's going to make me right. So if I think people are mean, guess what? I'm going to attract the mean people, okay? And then there's Colette over there going, oh my gosh, you're having fun. These people are awesome. And they think I'm nuts, okay? And I'm going, Pollyanna was pretty happy, right? Okay, so remember that it's practice and repetition. That when you are retraining your brain, okay, I'll tell you this one. This was the last download I got at night, and I got this months ago, and I think the only reason I haven't gotten it a new download, I mean, I get things all the time, but this one came through so strong. It was several months ago, and I was really having the struggle bus thing go on, where I was like, why can't I change this, and what's wrong with me, and all of those things. That night when I woke up, I'm like in theta brain when that stuff comes through, and basically what I heard, it was this simple. And this should give you all relief, okay? Help is on the way. Here comes relief. It takes time to change your brain, okay? You don't just say I'm happy and amazing and believe it the rest of your life when you've been through some of the stuff you've been through in your life. Now you're going to want to do it over and over and over again because you do impress this brain, okay? So I did hear a guy on a video the other day. It was so good because he was talking about your thoughts, and he was talking about how your thoughts and the thoughts that you put out there are like spiritual Amazon. So when I say I'm amazing and awesome because the universe delivers, when I think it enough to where I'm feeling it, okay, to where I'm believing it, and now I start having people show up and say amazing things like you guys have been doing with me for a week, because I'm telling you, Allie knows, I've pretty much been in a puddle for about a week. I mean, I have had so much joyful crying that it reminds me of my 2012 waking up, where that was just crazy good off the chain. I mean, I would sit and sob and go, tell my husband, I go, you just gotta get here. It's so awesome. Okay, so let's do some tapping, okay? Let's do some unconditional about how to love yourself, okay? If anybody wants to write a reason they say they can't love themselves, go ahead. Or we can just plug it in, okay? Where we're gonna say, even though it's hard for me to love myself because, okay? Because remember, tapping is for the because and the yeah buts, all right? Like, I'd really like to love me, but, okay? All right, they don't like me, I'm angry all the time, whatever it is, okay? Don't see anybody writing in yet. Let's see.
Just go with it.
My husband says just go with it. My husband gets a little impatient. So what we're gonna do is I want you to think about that condition. Okay, maybe you don't think you're tall enough, as crazy as that sounds. Maybe you don't think you're pretty enough. Maybe you don't think you're awesome enough. Maybe you don't think you're nice enough. Whatever it is, okay? I don't make enough money. Nursery kids. Oh, yes, Rosie. Yes, yes, yes. Get them babies at the end of that yoga tapping. I'm awesome and amazing, okay? And the I Am Enough song. You know I love the I Am Enough song. Okay, so let's do this. Listening. Okay. Is that what you mean, Jenny? All right, so I'm going to say, even though it's hard for me to totally love myself because, okay, we'll use the weight loss one, all right? So don't worry, all right? What about a big one, like I don't feel I deserve love? Ooh, even better. Okay, so take whatever your issue is, all right? All right? And you're just going to plug it in when we do the yeah but. So I want you to focus, whether it's your weight, whether it's not enough money, whether it's a mental health issue, maybe it's, and just so you know, you guys, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. Don't take yourself off meds. Don't be doing that crap without talking to your doctor, okay? That's just crazy. Use the support that you've got, okay? And then add the tapping, okay? All right. So Jenny, what you would do is when I say because, you want to say because I'm not a good enough listener, okay? All right? Maybe I can't love myself because I have pain, okay? And listen, Rosie, the earlier you get them babies tapping, the better, okay? All right, so let's go to the side of the hand. I want you to think about your condition that keeps you from loving you unconditionally, okay? And you're going to plug it in after I say it, all right? When I say I don't deserve, okay? And we're just gonna go from there. So first thing you wanna do, get your 1 to 10 rating. How true is it that you can't love yourself because of that condition that you're using as the excuse for not loving you? Because that's what you're doing, okay? All right? Got your number? If you wanna put them up on the board, go right ahead because we're gonna re-rate after I finish this round, okay? Even though it's hard for me to love and appreciate myself,
Even though it's hard for me to love and appreciate myself.
because I have trouble believing I deserve love.
Because I have trouble believing I deserve it.
Okay, that thing I just did, that's because I just felt a big thing in me, okay? And I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
And I deeply and completely love and accept it.
And even though I have a really hard time
Even though I have a really hard time
loving and appreciating myself
loving and appreciating myself
unconditionally,
unconditionally.
because I'm not sure I deserve to be loved.
Because I'm not sure I deserve it.
The feedback I'm getting from them,
The feedback I'm getting from them,
a lot of times was that I'm not lovable.
a lot of times is that I'm not lovable.
And I deeply and completely
And I deeply and completely
love and honor myself anyway.
love and honor myself anyway.
And even though I hear them tell me
Even though I hear them tell me
I am divinity,
I am divinity,
I have a hard time loving myself
I have a hard time loving myself
because I'm afraid I don't deserve love.
because I'm afraid I don't.
I've made some choices and decisions.
I've made some choices
Now you're going to have things pop up now, okay? Where I wasn't very proud of myself,
where I wasn't very proud of,
or they made me feel bad.
or they made me feel,
And I deeply and completely
and I deeply and completely
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
Okay? I always like to start with a nice big breath. Take a nice breath. Okay? Right here. I have a hard time loving and appreciating myself.
I have a hard time loving and appreciating.
This is called the eyebrow spot. This is called side of the eye. Okay? I have a hard time loving and appreciating myself.
I have a hard time loving and appreciating.
Under the eye. It's true.
It's true.
I have a hard time appreciating me.
I have a hard time appreciating.
Under the nose. They told me that was ego selfishness.
They told me that was ego selfishness.
Chin. Sometimes it's hard for me to love and appreciate me.
Sometimes it's hard for me to love and appreciate me.
Collarbone. They told me that was selfish.
They told me that was selfish.
Under the arm. What if they didn't know what the hell they were talking about?
They didn't know what they were talking about.
Top of the head. Sometimes it feels hard to love and appreciate me.
Sometimes it feels hard to love and appreciate me.
Just as I am.
Just as I am.
Eyebrow. We're taught so many wacky things.
We're taught so many wacky things.
Side of the eye. What if even with this condition,
What if even with this condition
under the eye, that keeps me from loving me,
that keeps me from loving you,
under the nose, I can choose and decide
I can choose and decide
to love and appreciate myself anyway.
to love and appreciate myself anyway.
Collarbone. What if I make that choice right now?
What if I make that choice right now?
Under the arm. Do I really dare do that?
Do I really dare do that?
Top of the head. They made me feel so guilty and selfish.
They made me feel so guilty and selfish.
And Colette teaches.
And Colette teaches.
Color me selfish.
Color me selfish.
Under the eye. The most selfless I can be
The most selfless I can be
is to be so truly selfish about feeling good.
is to be truly selfish about feeling good.
It's what I have to give the world.
It's what I have to give the world.
Collarbone. Selfish enough to care about how I feel.
Selfish enough to care about how I feel.
And leaving them out of it.
And leaving them out.
Top of the head. I never thought about it this way.
I never thought about it.
Take a nice big breath and then give me your numbers. Now, you could have had another condition surface that says, ooh, that one's even bigger, and it's why I don't like myself. It could have shifted. You might have had part of your body light up. You might have a pain in your shoulder that you're like, dang, I thought I was done with that, and now it's back, okay? Because I would just tell you, I work with a lot of people that tell me, oh, I already dealt with that. And I go, really? Let's see. And before I know it, I got them in a puddle crying, and they're going, I thought I did that. Okay, so let me explain this. With tapping, when you have these thoughts and this negativity that lives in your body from your mind, okay? I explain this in a way that I'm telling you, you're going to get it, okay? The colon folds, okay? You're a 20 plus? Okay, you better keep tapping. Don't stop tapping. You know, I tell you, if you're emoting, do not stop tapping, okay? Because that means you're bringing up stuff for you to actually clear. That's how this is supposed to work, okay? So when you're emoting and, yep, color me selfish. So Carmen's heard me say that before, okay? So you might have a part of your body light up, and now you could go from that thing about not deserving to, oh, even though my shoulder's hurting, okay? What we want to do with the tapping is we want to follow it. Okay, all right. So, okay, Diane went from a 10 to a 4, and she's burping. Yay. Okay, now y'all know I get really excited when you're burping and you're crying and all of that carrying on. Okay. If it went up, you need to hear this too. If it went up, that's actually a good thing. Okay? So tapping going up and tapping going down are both good signifiers to me. The only thing we don't want it to do is stay the same. If it stays the same, it means we're not on target. Okay? It means we need some juicier, uglier detail so we can tap, right? Because what does Tapngrl tell you? The more you don't want those words to hit the air, like that thing talking about somebody else, or the thing about you that you're thinking, ooh, I'm not supposed to say that, that's so bad and wrong, okay? Those are the words you want to say, okay? You want to allow yourself to say that and release it, okay? So let's go do a little more. Okay, ready? Now that you've got your re-rating, okay? Even though I didn't realize. I can love me just as I am. It's probably going to take practice. But I'm excited about it now. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And even though I didn't realize I could love and appreciate me without their opinion. And I deeply and completely love and honor myself. And even though there might be a little girl in here, now if you're boy, say boy, who's probably got some old stories about times she was scared. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Eyebrow. You mean loving me is going to take practice. Side of the eye, the best practice in the world. Under the eye, I can practice this. Under the nose, loving and supporting myself. Chin. Okay, if the family talks about you, just plug it in, Carmen. Other people talk about me,
Other people talk about me,
and then I forget and care about what they're saying.
and then I forget and care about what they're saying.
Under the arm. I just want people to like me.
I just want people to like.
Top of the head. What if that's my job?
What if that's my job?
Eyebrow. Learning to love and appreciate myself.
Learning to love and appreciate myself.
Side of the eye. That's my job.
That's my job.
Under the eye. I love knowing I can practice
I love knowing I can practice
and retrain my brain
and retrain my brain
into a way better loop of thought
into a way better life.
where I love and praise myself.
Where I love and praise myself.
Under the arm. It's practice
It's practice
until it's a natural habit
until it's a natural habit
for me to praise and love myself.
for me to praise and love.
There'll probably be people fall away from me,
There's probably people who fall away from me,
and that's a good thing.
and that's a good thing.
It means that I'm not a match to them anymore.
It means I'm not a match to them.
And besides,
And besides,
what they think of me
what they think of me
is none of my business.
is none of my business.
Under the arm. I was just trained to believe
I was just trained to believe
that it was.
that it was.
Eyebrow. But I really have no control over them and what they think.
I really have no control over them and what they think.
The only control I truly have,
The only control I truly have
under the eye, is the control of me and what I think.
is the control of me and what I think.
Under the nose. So I'm going to grab a better feeling thought.
So I'm going to grab a better feeling
Chin. And I'm going to have it about 1,000,000 times today.
and I'm going to have it about 1,000,000 times.
I can even tap it in.
I can even tap it
Under the arm. And support myself in body and mind.
and support myself in body and mind.
Top of the head. Oh, see, I just heard in my head, might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Remember that guy? Remember that song? Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Okay, right here. I'm addicted to love.
I'm addicted to love.
Side of the eye. I love because I'm a lover.
I love because I'm a lover.
Under the eye. So why not start loving me?
So why not start loving me?
Under the nose. It just feels better when I say that.
It just feels better when I say that.
Because when I say that,
Because when I say that,
I'm connecting to my inner being
I'm connecting to my inner
who
being,
feels the same way about me.
feels the same way about me.
Top of the head. Might as well face it, I'm addicted to love.
As well as I'm addicted to
All right, so let's keep ramping it up right here. I'm safe right now.
safe right now.
I'm choosing to know I'm safe right now.
I'm choosing to know I'm safe right now.
Under the eye, I love feeling safe.
I love feeling safe.
I love praising myself.
I love praising myself.
It feels so good.
It feels so good.
Time to be my biggest fan.
Time to be my biggest fan.
Under the arm. I love learning to love me
I love learning to love
because the more I love me,
because the more I love
the more love I have